Money, 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 it is sweeter than honey. And in today's video, this honey, meaning this girl right here in the screen that you can see, is going to teach you how to make some passive income for yourself. Passive income is probably not the right terminology, maybe part-time income, working from home, all of that is the right terminology. But I'm saying passive only because I'm assuming your active source of income could be something else. It could be through your job that you're doing right now, or anything else that you're doing, your internship, or anything that you're doing right now. So this is just another source of income, just another stream of income that I want you guys to add in your life. And you can make anywhere up to 700 to 750 USD per month, which comes to about 60,000 rupees INR. These opportunities are all tried and tested, and I'm so excited to share them with you. So if you are interested in making some money, let's get on the right honey. Namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. I used to actually make these videos quite often and I don't know what happened. I don't know why I stopped making them. So I'm very excited because I'm going back to a form of video that I've loved doing, especially in these times when inflation is record high, all our expenses are going up. And clearly, most of us understand that we need multiple sources of income. We need diversity in our sources of income as well. So today's video will give you 5 different pathways that you can use to start making some of that income from home. Completely work from home, remote jobs that you will be doing. Before we get into what companies I'm recommending, let's first quickly talk 2 things about the jobs that I will recommend. The first thing is currency. Anytime you're looking at a part-time role or a work from home role, I always recommend look at a company that is hiring from outside of your home country, especially in European nations or North America. Why do I say that? Is because you're going to win on the currency gain. So for example, if you were to work for a company that's based out of US or Canada, or a company that's say based in UK or Germany or anything like that, you would get paid in US dollars, Canadian dollars, pounds or euros. This would obviously go a longer way in your country, depending on which country you're from. I'm from India, and in my opinion, a dollar goes such a long way in India. So if you just have 2 hours, for example, hypothetically, and you want to work for someone, do a part-time job in those 2 hours, then it's always better to put those 2 hours in a US company or a Canadian or European country, as opposed to an Indian company where you would be making INR. So I hope that part of it makes sense. This is a win-win situation because you assuming you live in India, or most of my audience lives in Asia and Africa. So you would be winning because you would be making international currency, which would obviously mean more money for you. And the companies giving you these jobs will also be winning because their costs will also go down. It really is a win-win situation, and it really is that simple. My suggestions today are completely freelance jobs, meaning that these are not full-time opportunities and they have no benefits. Typically, full-time jobs come with a lot of benefits like retirement savings, insurance, support for education, all of that. These are not roles like that. These are completely freelance roles. Now, of course, it depends on you what kind of money you want to make. So suppose you have a lot of time on hand this week or this month, and most of these jobs basically have projects that come in and you can sign up for those projects. So if you have more time, you can sign up for more projects. If you have less time, you can sign up for less projects. There is no minimum amount of work that you have to do. But of course, keep in mind that if you do lesser work, you'll obviously get lesser money because there is no fixed salary. So what do these roles entail? So most of these roles are about transcription, translation, and AI services. You guys know that AI has been picking up, and in order to make AI more and more effective, all these AI companies have to make sure that they make it more human-like. So that's why they take your help, they have you work on projects, and then depending on what your experience is like, they try to map it to an AI experience and build AI out of that. These jobs need no experience, they need no education whatsoever. Of course, you do need a good internet connection, you need a computer. It could be a desktop or anything that you're comfortable with. It could be a laptop, desktop. And I recommend that you do these jobs in a silent part of your house. So if there's a corner that's free, I recommend doing it from there. I just feel the concentration is better, and in case you have to do trainings or meetings, it just looks better and more professional. That's something that many immigrants miss out on. All right, so I've given you a lot of gyan. So I'll go ahead and let's start with the first company that I'm going to recommend. That's GoTranscript. I'll be going into the link with you. You can see transcription jobs available worldwide. They have a whole video on how to join. Just listen to me. They have full info about how you can join. They also mention their rates for transcription jobs. For every minute of audio, you'll get $60.60, which is 60 cents. You can make about $150 per month. That's average. That is assuming that you're not going to do this full time. And you can see the top monthly earnings is about $1,215, which is more than what I said you would be making. Like I put a projection of about $750 because that's what I see some of my peers and people in my network making. But again, depends on how much time you have. Just want you to know that this is a very strict website. Don't try to fool around here because they do a lot of verification. And if you're found to be cheating, you will be banned. So not something to do. You can see that there are so many different languages that they have jobs in. I know they've mentioned Indian, but most of their jobs are basically Hindi or the South Indian languages like Tamil and Telugu, just so that you know. Now let's go ahead and look at what are the payment modes. They pay via PayPal and Payoneer only. And do you hire worldwide? Yes, they do. So this is a great one, and I think you can definitely try. This is the apply now, and you could try and choose whichever language works for you. Go ahead and apply for that. So this is GoTranscript, definitely one of the best ones out there that I would recommend, and a company that pays extremely well, like highly competitive rates, and somewhere that you can actually make good money. I've had a lot of people try out this, so whatever I'm suggesting today is in the order of, trials that have been made. So this was that. Let's move on to our suggestion number 2, which is going to be Walkstab. Now, just so that you guys know, everything that I'm recommending today, we have tried it in India and in Canada. So I've tried applying on these websites from Canada. It's worked for me. My team has applied on these websites from India. It's worked for them. We cannot guarantee for any other country. It seems like they all hire worldwide. But again, we always try to do more due diligence. So you will have to do that yourself. Let's go on to Walkstab. So this is a relatively newer company compared to GoTranscript. It's a very simple form that you have to fill in. You have to put in your first name, last name. You can see if you want to apply for opportunities, email ID, if you have a Skype or no. You can choose what role you're applying for. So you want to be a translator, you want to be somebody who's captioning. Like if you like writing, then I think you can be a captioning editor. You can be a subtitling expert, transcriber, quality analyst, or anything else. For target language, you can select again Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, English, whatever you feel you're comfortable in. And you also have to update your resume and put in your highest qualification. Now, Walkstab does not really tell us how much money they pay out. I've heard varying reviews about it, but I know that it's not as much as GoTranscript. Like it's not as transparent. It's more project dependent here. So I would say you will have to take your chance and then see what would work for you. One thing that you could do is create an account on all the 5 that I'm recommending today. Or you could choose 1 or 2 and then create an account and see what kind of projects are available. All right, let's move on to number 3. That's going to be casting words. So let's go on. Here we go. This is a rather simple one. Again, they're not transparent about their pay, so we can't really know how much you're going to earn. But they hire people to transcribe, edit, and complete other short jobs online at your own pace. They only hire freelancers and don't offer anything else, so no full-time opportunity. You can always check out their FAQ, and then you can see what countries they work in. So if you want to know if they work in your country, they have a full list. They basically work wherever PayPal works, so they have a full list and you can check it out. So let's go to this list, and these are all the countries that they work in. I know India was there, and I know Canada was there, but if you're interested, then I think you can just go ahead and check this link. Most countries that I could possibly think of that my audience is from, I know this is supported. Now, if you want to know how much do they pay, they actually pay very low. So they pay anywhere between 8.5 cents to a bit over $1 per audio minute. When you compare it to GoTranscript, it's not as much maybe. But also because the range is 8.5 to $1, like the higher side, the extreme right side is $1, which is more than GoTranscript. I will give it to them. Again, it really depends on what kind of project you pick up. All right, that brings me to my option number 4, which I'm going to copy paste here right now. This is the outsec.co.uk. So this is a UK-based company. Again, somebody that would pay you probably in pounds. They're a bit more specific about the time commitment they want. They want at least 4 hours availability, Monday to Friday inclusive. So if you're somebody who does not have that kind of availability, not something that I recommend. But if you have that kind of availability, Monday through Friday, 4 hours every day, I think this is a great opportunity. It's UK based, you'll be earning in pounds, and let's look at what vacancies they have. So you can go in and be home-based audio typist. So you would be typing through and transcribing interviews, focus groups, multiple voice, team meetings, Zoom meetings, telephone meetings, etc. There are also some corporate roles. There are some roles in finance, HR, inventory, medical, legal, media and interviews. So quite a few interesting opportunities in my opinion, not the regular transcription kind of roles only. But again, you do need 4 hours Monday to Friday. So if you have that kind of availability, definitely something that I would start thinking about. They do pay slightly higher than Go Transcript and Workstab, so something to keep in mind. On that note, let's move on to our last option for today, which is transcription services. I think this was a rather simple one if I remember. Yes, part-time remote positions available. We're looking for transcriptionists from any country. They're also looking with English transcription experience and somebody who's confident about the quality of their services. If you want to apply to be an online transcriptionist, they've given a full format. So there's an email address that you can go to. You can put info according to whatever part A, part B, part C, and then you can go ahead and apply. This is a rather simple one, something that I would definitely consider. It's an easier application when you compare it to the other opportunities that we discussed. So it's definitely a more easier or relatively easier way to apply for. So these are all the 5 options that I've suggested. I'll leave the links on the video somewhere so you'll see them on the screen, or I'll leave it in the description box or pinned comments. I've taken an average. I've spoken to a couple of people who applied for these roles. Since I'd already recommended these companies on Instagram, I did have a bit of insight and I kind of knew what people were making. So that's how I got to know that if you're working anywhere between 4 to 6 hours on these websites daily, you could be making about $750 per month, which comes to 60,000 rupees. Not bad in my opinion. On that note, this video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please don't forget to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see on the channel next. I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Of course, apply to these jobs. Namaste.